Welcome to St. Petersburg, Florida, as the fans make their way into Tropicana Field. Red Sox back in Florida and inside the Trop for Game 1 of a 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Tampa Bay Rays. Welcome inside the broadcast with everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, as always, joined by Jerry Remy. Welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, a guy who has been on fire to begin the year is a utility guy, but Jerry, he keeps playing like this. He's going to be in the lineup every day. That's Brock Holt.
Well, there's a lot of managers around baseball would love to have a guy like Brock Holt on the team. Unfortunately, the Red Sox and John Farrell do, and they are using him in many, many different ways at a lot of different positions so far this season. A couple of games in center field, one at third, one at short, one at second base. Tonight, he's made 4 different starts in 4 different positions. Tonight, the start comes at shortstop for Xander Bogaerts. And look at the numbers this season: 462, 2 doubles, and 5 RBIs. So he basically, right now, is getting as many opportunities as an everyday player. And that's great for Brock Holt. He knows if he comes to the ballpark, he's got a chance to play. And John Farrell has the confidence to put him anywhere in the field that he wants to.
Always fun when the Red Sox and Rays get together. A couple of lineup changes for the Red Sox. Daniel Nava in the lineup tonight for Boston. He will be at first base. Mike Napoli has the night off. The reason? Well, he's 5 for 9 with a .556 average against Chris Archer, tonight's Rays starter. We're back with more right after this. Choose Nissan today. For great offers on our most exciting lineup ever, shop ChooseNissan.com. Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. Toyota's website for deals via Toyota.com. Digital Federal Credit Union. See what DCU can save you. Your local Subaru dealers. And by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at Southwest.com. Welcome back to Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida. We're getting ready for Game 1 of a 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Rays. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo. Well, on Sunday, as it turned out, David Ortiz ended up in an interesting situation with third base umpire Jerry Meals and was angry about not 1 but 2 strike swinging calls from Meals. He ends up not getting ejected by Meals, and now there's more to the story. Not only was he ejected on Sunday, but there's a little extra tag to it. We'll find out more as we send it down to Sarah Davis.
Yeah, that's right, Don. David Ortiz suspended 1 game today, but he is DHing in his regular spot tonight. That's because he's appealed the suspension for exchanging heated words with the home plate ump on Sunday, John Tumpain, and then bumping him. So he was thrown out of Sunday's game at Fenway, and today Ortiz really didn't have much to say about it.
Well, yeah, it was kind of a weird situation, you know, where I'm arguing with the third base umpires, and then the home plate umpire is the one who ended up kicking me out of the game, you know, whatever. But like I said, I'm just appealing it and going to go from there.
Well, Farrell also talked about the suspension today, saying Ortiz didn't intentionally bump Tumpain, and Farrell actually called the league personally on Sunday night to make a case for Ortiz, so he was surprised when the suspension came down today. Now that it's been appealed, we'll just have to wait and see what happens, right, Don?
All right, Sarah, thanks very much. We will indeed. Well, the Red Sox back here in Florida once again. Seems like spring training was just a couple weeks ago, because it was. Red Sox and Rays, Game 1 coming up next. This three-game series, the Rays have taken the field. So let's check out the visiting Red Sox starting lineup. It's brought to you by your Eastern Hyundai dealers. Mookie Betts leads it off in center field with Dustin Pedroia at second base, batting second. David Ortiz, a DH in the 3 spot with Hanley Ramirez in left field. Pablo Sandoval at third base with Daniel Nava getting the start at first base. Mike Napoli off to begin the game. Shane Victorino is in right with Brock Holt at shortstop, batting 8th. Bogarts begins the night on the bench, and Ryan Hannigan, the former Tampa Bay Ray, bats 9th and does the catching. Tonight's Rays starting pitcher is presented by New England Nissan dealers. Chris Archer getting his 4th start of the year. 2-1 with a 1.37 earned run average. He's logged 19 2/3 innings, 21 strikeouts in those 19 2/3. And opponent sitting at just 136 against Chris Archer. In his career against Boston, the numbers are not very good. 1-4 with a 6.03 earned run average.
Now, tonight's Ray defense is brought to you by DraftKings. They are first in the American League, only 3 errors in 13 games. Evan Longoria will be at third base, Tim Beck on the shortstop, Ryan Brett at second, and Logan Forsythe, the first baseman. Brandon Geyer, Desmond Jennings, and Steven Susan Jr., and Bobby Wilson doing the catching for Archer.
Well, the umpiring crew here tonight, the veteran umpire John Hirschbeck in behind the plate, calling the balls and strikes, with Bill Welke at first base, James Hoy at second base, and John Tumpain, who of course was bumped by David Ortiz. And we talked about that in the open, and David appealing that bumping at the moment as Tumpain working the series at third base with this crew. Chris Archer ready to work, and the first pitch of the ball game is in there for strike 1, and we are underway. Mookie Betts, Dustin Pedroia, David Ortiz here in the first inning. That's hitting under 200 at 196 and hits a fly ball to center field, but there's Desmond Jennings waiting out there for the first out of the ball game.
Now the Red Sox tonight from Archer will see a very good fastball, a lot of times around 95, an excellent changeup and a slider.
Second baseman, number 15.
One down for Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia 280, 3 homers and 7 runs batted in. A scoreless streak of 14 consecutive innings did Archer. Had that broken up by Toronto in his last outing. As the pitch outside.
And he's tried to speed up his game a little bit. He was notorious for being a slow worker last season, one of the slowest in all of baseball.
On the ground towards third. Longoria at the lip of the grass, and plenty of time to get Pedroia. 2 down.
That was his two-seam fastball that time for the ground ball.
So we'll dig down. Big Papi coming up here. And the Blues do up per usual. John Tempane, who ejected him from Sunday's game, even though Ortiz's argument was with Jerry Meals, the third base umpire and crew chief, but it was Tempane who ejected him. And word today is that David bumped him and is going to appeal the 1-game suspension handed down by Major League Baseball today. Here's a 1-0, and Ortiz will take a strike. Well, tonight's key matchup is brought to you by Honda. Start something special with a great deal on the Honda. Ortiz 6 for 15 lifetime against Chris Archer with a home run and 8 runs batted in.
I think the suspension, Don, will hold up. I really do, because there was contact between Ortiz and the umpire. Just a little brushing of the caps, it looked like. But my feeling is that it will hold up.
Foul tip, and it's held on to by the catcher. We'll look at it on Sunday. Some question is whether I know he got him with the bill of the helmet to the bill of the hat.
Yeah.
And the question was whether or not he got him as he kind of bumped him as he came in here. A tough angle for us there. 2-2 pitch is grounded foul outside of first. It is only 1 game. You would imagine that it probably would hold up. Well, we will see. Worth the process anyway.
Now, the league's had time to look at it. Obviously, they gave out the 1-game suspension. I would be very surprised if they move off that.
Shift on here for Big Papi in the infield with 2 down, and swings at the 2-2 pitch and fouls it on the ground. We'll see Fenway Park like never before at the Fenway Park Open House this Saturday from 10 to 6. Take a look in the Red Sox clubhouse. Enjoy a baseball showcase game between Florida A&M University and North Carolina Central starting at 2 p.m. and get autographs from Red Sox alumni and pictures with the trophies, all for free. Visit redsox.com/open house for more information. Ortiz fouling a pitch off, and it hangs at 2-2. Archer having to work here against Big Papi. Pitch 8 of the at bat coming up. The other way, Geyer is positioned perfectly, and he makes the catch that ends the inning. Red Sox down in order. The Rays are coming up in St. Pete. bottom of the first inning. As Wade Miley on the mound for the Red Sox tonight. Brandon Guyer leading it off here for the Rays in the bottom of the first. And a pitch in there for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2. Guyer hitting at just 208 coming into tonight's action. Leadoff spot here for Tampa Bay. On the ground towards Pedroia at second base. For the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at the Rays starting lineup, brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. For Kevin Cash, Brandon Guyer, we just saw the left fielder. Steven Souza Jr. in right. Logan Forsythe at first. Evan Longoria at third base with Desmond Jennings at center. Tim Beckham at shortstop with Rene Rivera the DH. Ryan Brett at second base, and Bobby Wilson doing the catching. One out in the bottom of the first inning for Steven Souza Jr. He is the right fielder for this new look Rays team. A lot of new names, a lot of new faces on this team right now for the Rays, Jerry.
Yeah, it's a completely different feeling coming down here the first time to face the Rays. We did see him in spring training, but you don't get a real judge in spring training of the difference in this ball club.
Line to third, and Sandoval showing some ups to go to get that. 2 down.
Sandoval maybe knowing the breaking ball was coming because he was ready for it. A lot of third basemen like to get the signals from the shortstop. And that breaking ball right there hit very hard, but Sandoval goes into the leap and is able to make the catch. Taking maybe extra bases away from Souza Jr. because on this carpet that ball could have rolled all the way to the wall.
So 2 down. Sandoval tested right out of the gate here, and here is Logan Forsythe. Makes a first pitch strike over the inside corner. A .262 average for Forsythe, 2 homers and 5 runs batted in. First of 19 games between the Red Sox and the Rays. And tonight's Red Sox starting pitcher presented by your local New England Audi dealers. Experience the all-new Audi A3 today. Third start in the Red Sox uniform for Wade Miley. 0-1 with a high ERA. Miley working quickly per usual. 2-0 against Tampa Bay with a 0.68 earned run average in his career. This is a team that he has dominated. And having a chance to do it on a regular basis now with the Red Sox starting the first of 19. Two. Slap foul off to the right out of play.
Well, remember after the last start when Miley got hit around a little bit, the Red Sox said, well, maybe we should slow him down a little bit, but he does not appear to be slowing down. He works very, very quickly.
In there for strike 3. First strikeout for Wade Miley concludes the first inning. The score from St. Pete after 1. brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Red Sox 3-0-1 in series play in 2015. Undefeated in the first 4 sets of the season for the first time since 1981. And they went unbeaten in the first 5 series. Red Sox trying to keep it going here as they open up a 3-game series here against the Rays. Hanley Ramirez left the game yesterday. A little lightheadedness, some dizziness, and left the game, but all right today. And back in the lineup as grounds went softly down the third baseline. This is going to go foul. And it's picked up by Longoria, but Ramirez got to come on back.
Yeah, kind of a one-day thing for Hanley Ramirez. I was talking to him this afternoon, and he said he feels great. So he was out early taking some batting practice and back in the lineup tonight.
It'll be Ramirez, Sandoval, and Nava to bat here in the second inning. We talked about the dominance for Nava against Chris Archer. The reason that John Farrell has in the lineup, 5 for 9, while Mike Napoli starts tonight on the bench. Napoli 1 for 12 at 083 against Archer. So while Nava's number is very good against Archer, not so much for Napoli tonight. Swing and a miss as Ramirez waves at that pitch.
That's the very good slider right there from Archer. The combination of the slider and the changeup certainly make his fastball more effective. His fastball at 95.
Ramirez into right field, a base hit right between Brett and Forsythe on the right side of the infield. Red Sox have their first base runner of the night.
Well, they did what they wanted to do. They got a fastball up. That's exactly where they wanted it. They wanted it away from Ramirez. They get both of those things, but Ramirez still picks up the base hit to the opposite field.
So lead runner on here for the Red Sox in the second inning. There is Pablo Sandoval hitting at 289. No homers and 4 runs batted in. He fouls the first pitch back and out of play. Well, this week NESN has you covered for the ACC Women's Lacrosse Tournament beginning on Thursday at 11 a.m. It's the first of 4 quarterfinal games. Number 8 seed Virginia Tech take on number 1 UNC. Root for the home team at 6 on NESN Plus. From Boston College ladies take on Syracuse. It all begins Thursday at 11 a.m. Ball and a strike to Pablo Sandoval. Sandoval coming off a series against Baltimore in which he was 2 for 9. And yesterday off. Jerry, you were talking about it earlier. Archer, one of the slower workers in all Major League Baseball. They're trying to speed it up a little bit, and last time he did a little bit more. But speeding it up means somewhere in the 22nd range still. It still takes a while, especially with somebody on.
Yeah, it seems like he's much quicker when there's nobody on. Obviously, there was a man on first base, and everything slows down.
This is fouled off to the left. Of course, at one point when they had David Price here, who's also very slow. You had 2 of the slowest workers in all Major League Baseball on the same staff.
You know, watching Archer last year was watching paint dry. I mean, it was unbearable in between pitches.
Swing and a miss. Sandoval chases the high fastball at 95 miles an hour. First strikeout for Archer. 1 down.
There's that fastball we were talking about, up and away. They wanted to go inside, but instead the ball goes up and away, and Sandoval with no contact.
So 1 on, 1 out, and here is Nava. Mentioned for Daniel Nava, 5 for 9 in his career against Chris Archer, so he's in there. Nava getting the start at first base. For 6 in the series against the Orioles, and starting his 6th game of the year, his first at first base. As he takes strike 1. He's made 4 starts in right field for Boston, 1 in left. And his first at first base, toting a .238 average. Taking off at first is Ramirez. The pitch high and outside. Throw is high. And Ramirez able to steal second base. The throw would have been interesting, but that throw is high. And no chance to get Ramirez, who steals second base.
Yeah, that's the first steal of the season, and he got the jump really on Archer. It's a bad throw at second base. It's high, but the fact is Ramirez had a very good jump at first base. There's the jump at first base. Hanley takes a peek back, almost like it was a hit and run, but it was not a hit and run with Nava at the plate.
Swing and a miss for Nava. Single by Ramirez to begin the inning. Sandoval struck out. Ramirez steals second base. Red Sox trying to jump on top. And the Red Sox score first. They're 6-0 on the year. And they're trying to jump out to the lead here in the second inning. Red Sox coming in with a record so far of 8-5 on the season. And with the victory over Baltimore in the rain-shortened game yesterday, have a one-game lead over the O's atop the American League East. Line down the right field line, foul. I want to remind you to follow the Red Sox all season in 2015 with MLB.com At Bat, #1 app for live baseball. At Bat is up to the moment at any moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, StatCast, and more. Get MLB.com At Bat for your smartphone or tablet. Hanley Ramirez gaining his walking lead at second base with one out here in the second inning. On the outside corner for strike three. Nava knew it. Takes with him the second strikeout for Archer. They come back to back.
Yeah, if you look at the location of all the pitches, they were all away with the exception of one breaking ball down and in. Borderline strike right there, but too close to take with two strikes.
So two down, and it's up to Shane Victorino. Shane starting the year at 133 so far in the season. And he'll take strike one, the high strike at 95 miles an hour. 1 for 7 in the series against Baltimore. For 21 out of the gate against right-handed pitching, and today dealing with Chris Archer. Archer, the opening day starter this year for Tampa Bay. Swing and a miss, goes lunging after that. 1-2, breaking ball.
Again, keeping that breaking ball off the outside part of the plate to Victorino, who has moved off the plate just a little bit. He felt like he was getting in too close to home plate, so I noticed tonight that his left foot is a little bit farther back than it had been. He's still tight to the plate, but a minor adjustment that he's made.
Saw Brock Holt waiting on deck, batting out of the 8 spot, and the distance for Victorino from home plate. 2-2 pitch. Reaches out and fouls it off to the right, out of play. Low again, and Victorino will see a 7th pitch in this at bat. Single for Ramirez to begin the inning. A strikeout for Sandoval, strikeout for Nava. Now Victorino with a full count. And a fly ball to shallow left center field. Brett going out, and he'll get there. Second baseman in shallow center makes the catch. Red Sox strand Ramirez. No score from the Trop. Bottom of the second inning, no score. Wade Miley had a 1-2-3 first, struck out Logan Forsythe to conclude the first inning. Now Evan Longoria leading it off, swinging to the first pitch, lifts the fly ball at Victorino in right. Makes the catch for the first out here of the second. As we welcome in Sarah Davis from field level. Sarah.
Hey guys, so last time out for Wade Miley, he gave up 7 runs over 2 1/3 innings pitched against the Nationals. So I talked to pitching coach Juan Nieves about what they focused on this week in order to bounce back. Nieves says Miley has to attack out here and needs to play to his strengths, which means not getting ahead of himself, taking his time, thinking about the pitch in the moment and the zone. And Don and Jerry, Nieves' biggest point, don't think about the end result of the game before barely pitching an inning.
You know, his pace is really, amazing. We saw Mark Burley for a number of years, and we'll see more of him this year in Toronto. Well, they felt like he was rushing a little bit, and it's sad, but this is where he's had success, though, Jerry. I mean, you think about it, he was an all-star in 2012.
It's the way he's pitched his whole life, and one bad outing should probably not change that. It hasn't slowed him up, that's for sure.
No.
I mean, he's getting the ball, he's right back on the rubber, and he's ready to go.
You know, he has the first out, and Longoria flying out to right, dealing with Desmond Jennings. And a swing and a miss.
The change up there by Miley, 81 miles an hour, keeping it away from Jennings.
That's over to right center. Big gap out there in left center field now for Jennings. It's a ground ball down the line at third, but foul. Ace Ticket, the official Red Sox ticket partner, is the best seats at the lowest prices to all the games at Fenway. All to 200% guaranteed. Right now, Ace Ticket has special savings on all Red Sox games, including the Yankees. Visit Ace Ticket or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. Fly ball to right field. Shane Victorino will handle the first 2 outs of the inning.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They are 8th in the league with 9 errors in 13 games. Sandoval, Holt, Pedroia, Nava in the infield. Ramirez, Betts, Victorino in the outfield, and Hannigan doing the catching for Miley.
Two down, 5 in a row, retired by Miley. Tim Beckham, the shortstop now for the Rays. 267, 2 homers, and 6 runs batted in for Beckham. He's played 12 games, 6 starts now. 25-year-old rookie. First time he's been on an opening day roster. First home run of his career came as a pinch hitter. Solo shot April 11th at Miami. This one will get away off Hannigan, the former Ray. And it's 3-1. Hannigan, of course, who played last year here for Tampa Bay. Now the starter for the Red Sox. 3-1 pitch. Foul to the screen. Of course, the new manager here for the Rays. Seems strange not to see Joe Madden, Kevin Cash, managing his first game against the team he played the most games for in his career. Played 102 Red Sox games. It's the most major league games he's played with any team in the big leagues. Remember the 2007 Red Sox championship team? Caught Tim Wakefield all 30 of his starts in 2008. Ball 4, and Tim Beckham has worked a walk there with 2 down in the second inning. Membership has its privileges. Learn how you can join the most exclusive sports membership in Boston as a Red Sox season ticket holder. Call 617-226-6888. Email new season tickets at redsox.com or visit redsox.com/season tickets today for more information. 2 outs in the second inning. Tim Beckham at first base, and here's Rene Rivera off to a 119 start. Now played 14 games, 11 starts. Throw to first base, and back to the bag is Tim Beckham.
And that's not his good move. We've seen his very good move. He's resulted in some pickoffs for him going back into spring training and continuing on into the season.
Good size lead over there for Beckham. As a first pitch strike right at the bottom of the zone to Rivera. Saw Beckham walk, and both teams walking a lot. Red Sox 61, the Rays 52. In walks, they go 1-2 so far. There's Ryan Brett waiting on deck. There are 2 outs here in the second inning. Swing and a miss.
Cabrera has some history against Miley. 3 for 6 in his career against Wade Miley. Fooled him badly that time on a changeup.
Jumps back out of the way of a pitch inside, and it's 2-2. Miley retired the first 5 Rays that he faced in the ball game prior to the walk of Beckham with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning.
Hannigan wants the changeup.
And it is diving at shortstop. Holt gets up, throws to first in time to get Rivera. Nicely picked by Nava. Nice play on both ends that time to get Rivera and end the second inning. Scoreless from the Trop.
Brock Holt first to the changeup, so he's thinking pull. Instead, he has to go to his left, which holds him up a step. So he doesn't even think about second base. He just goes to first base to get the out. Terrific play by Brock Holt.
Now it's on to the third inning. Yeah, Brock Holt leads it off here in the third. Holt, Hannigan, and Betts. There's Chris Archer, gave up a leadoff single to Hanley Ramirez in the second inning, but that's been it so far. He's recorded 2 strikeouts. Sandoval and Nava. Brock Holt off to the 12 for 26 start to his season at 462. Well, he's finding his way into the lineup every day, albeit in a different position every day, but he is in there now just about every day. And getting the start at shortstop tonight. I'll drop in there for a strike. Boston-based daily fantasy company DraftKings.com, the official daily fantasy partner of your Boston Red Sox, is giving out $300 million in cash prizes. Enter promo code NESSON to play for free. Foul to the screen, and it hangs at 2-2. this season. Holt playing second base, shortstop, third base, and center field so far. Dating back to last year, he's not committed an error in his last 38 games, 36 starts. Dating back to August of last year. Total of 130 chances since then. High and tight at 94. Fouls it off to the left. Now, Jerry, you've seen him play just about every position that there is at this point. Is there one you think he is best at?
He hasn't played one for an extended period of time to really, to me, to make an opinion what's his best. I mean, came up as a second baseman.
A soft liner that'll be caught at short by Beckham.
I mean, he just gives you, it seems, the same solid job any way you put him, whether it be third base, shortstop, second base, outfield. It's hard for me to say which one is his best because I haven't seen him at one for an extended period of time.
The catcher, number 10.
Well, out this time, and it's now 4 in a row retired by Archer as Ryan Hanigan stands in. Banged up over the weekend, hit a few times on his bare hand as he lines one foul.
And I'd have to say, Don, his most comfortable position would probably be second base because that's where he's played the most, and his arm is kind of built like a second baseman's arm. That would be, my opinion of probably which one he would feel most comfortable at.
Foul to the screen. Hanigan down 0-2. For a delicious cup of coffee at the office, try W.B. Mason's coffee service featuring the Carrot Coffee System with Green Mountain Coffee. Close pitch, called a ball, 1-2. Red Sox are 7-3 in games, and Hanigan starts as the catcher. And of course, had a big home run over the weekend, a 2-run home run in the 5th inning of Friday night's win against Baltimore.
Back-to-back sliders to Hanigan, one up and in. That one a good one to hit, and Hanigan just fouled it back. Back inside hard with the fastball.
Back up over Archer's glove, comes out to second base. Brett off balance throw is going to pull. Forsythe off the bag, and Hanigan is safe. Think Archer got a glove on that as he went back up the middle, and able to reach is Ryan Hanigan.
Yeah, you're right. He did get a glove on it. That slowed it up enough for Brett to get a shot at it, but his throw to first base had to be rushed, and it pulled Forsythe off the first base bag. And that allows Hanigan to be safe. It goes as a base hit for Hanigan, which it should. There you see the deflection right there by Archer. And it gave Brett a chance to get to the ball, but still very tough to make a throw to first base from that position.
So one out base runner for Boston. Second time through now against Archer. As Mookie Betts skied out to Desmond Jennings in center field back in the first inning. Tough series for Mookie against Baltimore. He went 1 for 11 in the series against the O's. Frame there by Wilson, but called a ball. 2-1.
Back to the slider.
In the dirt that time, and it's 3-1. 2 hits off of Archer. Hanley Ramirez's single in the second, and more recently Ryan Hannigan's infield hit here in the third. High for ball 4. First walk allowed by Archer, and the Red Sox, for the first time in the game, have 2 men on. H.B. Hood salutes the Red Sox Foundation for their sponsorship of 200 Little Leagues in Massachusetts this year. Board member Mike Egan led this effort. So we thank Mike, and we thank Hood, and we thank the Red Sox Foundation. 2 on, 1 out. Dustin Pedroia with his second AB of the game. He grounded out the third baseman Evan Longoria in the first inning. In there for strike 1. 94, and it picks up that outside corner. And again at second base, Betts at first.
Not the kind of pitch you want to swing at when the count's no balls, no strikes.
Back to Archer. He can start it. The second for 1 on to first, and it gets by the first baseman. Hannigan is going to come in and score, and the Red Sox lead it 1-0. So going in hard at second base there and breaking it up was Mookie Betts, and the throw off the mark and gets by, and the Red Sox score the game's first run.
You know, Don, we've talked a few times this year about how hard some of these guys on the Red Sox go at second base, and this is a good, clean, hard slide, and this is why you do it. You do it so you can upset the shortstop or second baseman, in this case the second baseman. It forces a bad throw, and you get a run. I mean, that's a perfect double play ball right there. It's a good feed, but Mookie Betts was right on top of the second baseman, Brett, and he's going to alter his throw. You see him backing off the bag already. Then he gets the feet taken from under him and the bad throw to first base. So give Betts a big star for breaking up the double play and breaking it up the right way and getting the Red Sox a run.
So Pedroia reaching on the fielder's choice, gets the second on the error. The run scores on the throwing error. And a pitch missing outside to David Ortiz.
That's the way to play baseball.
David lined out to Geyer in left field in the first inning. Well, a swing and a miss, a mighty swing at that.
That showed the flying just a little bit too soon for David Ortiz on this last swing. Breaking ball that time, the slide. It didn't do very much.
Outside for ball 2. Well, since Tampa Bay joined Major League Baseball in '98, no player has had more RBIs than Ortiz against them. 152 RBIs. 44 career home runs against Tampa Bay. Second in that category, only behind Alex Rodriguez, who has hit 49 home runs against Tampa Bay. Archer backs off as Pedroia will retreat to the bag at second.
See Archer shaking his head. They wanted to go away from Ortiz, and he shook his head no. Let's see what he ends up doing. Back outside.
And Ortiz grounds one on 2 hops down to first. Forsythe will take it to the bag to end the inning. Red Sox get the game's first run. They take a 1-0 lead through 2.5. 1-0. Red Sox have the lead now over Tampa Bay as Ryan Brett leads it off here for the Rays. Wade Miley back on the mound. And at second base for Tampa Bay, 1 for 2 so far. And he fouls it straight back, a ball and a strike. Ryan Brett, Bobby Wilson, and Brandon Guyer. 8, 9, and 1 expected here for Tampa Bay in the inning. First major league start tonight for Ryan Brett. His debut as a pinch hitter against New York on Saturday. Called up from AAA Durham on Friday. Listed as the Rays' number 7 prospect by Baseball America. Miley couldn't get it barehanded. Pedroia will throw it, and Nava reels it in, but it is late, and Ryan Brett is on with an infield hit. Miley went after it with his bare hand trying to grab that.
Now the problem is left hand is slightly fall off toward third base, and by the time he regroups, the only way he could do it was with the bare hand, as you can see right there. Did not even try with the glove to backhand it. And then by the time Pedroia got to it, obviously it was too late.
So a base hit for Ryan Brett. First hit of the night for Tampa Bay. Comes here to begin the 3rd inning. Now the catcher Bobby Wilson. A lot of new names here for the Rays. And the pickoff move, and he almost got him.
Oh, I thought he had him.
That was the good pickoff move.
That was a good one. He had him hanging out there, didn't he?
I thought he had him.
That tag was high, up on the shoulder. Now they come straight down with that tag. They got him.
Now Farrell coming out, and I think they're going to challenge this. Farrell looking into the dugout, and Miley stepped off.
Let's take another look. Is it worth the challenge? I don't know. To me, it looks like the tag is on the shoulder. Is the hand on the bag yet? That's the question.
No challenge here, as it turns out.
I think he got back.
Miley picking off 5 last year. He's already picked off 1 this year. And a pitch in there for a strike. Wilson has played in 6 games. His 4th start as the catcher. And he takes a ball that time. Close pitch, a little bit low from Wade Miley. Wilson coming up for his September stint last year. Wilson from Tampa Bay. And another guy who grew up in Tampa Bay, ends up on the Rays, the 12th Tampa Bay area native to play for Tampa Bay. In fact, he attended Seminole High School right here in St. Pete. Throw to first, and back to the bag is Brett. Behind Brett at first, Rocco Baldelli. A chance to visit with Rocco today. Now the first base coach for Tampa Bay. And Rhode Island native. Great to see him back in the game again. As the pitch in there for a strike to Wilson. Baldelli now part of Kevin Cash's coaching staff, joining the staff this year, of course, with the Rays and the Red Sox in his major league career. And great guy. Glad to see him back in Major League Baseball again. 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Wilson down by way of the K. Second strikeout for Wade Miley, 1 down.
Now that fastball consistently has been about 91 miles an hour, and this time he paints the inside part of the plate with it and gets an awkward swing there by Wilson. Memo about by Wilson when he went into that swing, very defensive, just trying to foul it off.
1 on, 1 out, and Brandon Guyer the batter. Rays left fielder grounding out to second base in the 1st inning. Pickoff play again at first, and this time they got him. Close the first time. This time they get him. Kevin Cash coming out.
I got to tell you, Don, if you've been almost picked off, you don't get picked off after that. Your lead should not be very big, and he's got no clue.
He looked like he was leaning in the other direction.
Yeah, he's all messed up.
Cash came out. He was going to challenge, then got the word from his dugout he is not going to. Out.
No question he was out that time.
One pitch popped up, foul ground, long run, and that ball Victorino will not get to. Just out of his reach. Raymond over there not going to help Shane Victorino, that's for sure. Into the Rays bullpen down there, down the right field line. Long run for Shane.
That's tough when you get down in that area, because it was a long run for Victorino. When you get the pitcher's mound down there, you got the bullpen's actually on the field, which makes it kind of a difficult play as you're heading in that direction. And then you got the mascot.
Inside out swing and all kinds of spin, but it's going to stay foul. Now tune in tonight after the game to NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank. Ellen Adam will have post-game reaction from Cleveland and analysis of Celtics Cavs Game 2. We'll take a look at the 2015 NFL schedule, which was released today. See what know-how can do. 0-2, grounded on 2 hops to third. Sandoval will throw, but Nava digs it out. And that will wrap up the third inning. Red Sox have a 1-0 lead through 3. It's finding new technology that put your needs first. See what new at easternbank.com. Here, your first Eastern Bank. Hanley Ramirez leading it off here in the 4th inning. A single in the 2nd inning. Changes now for the Rays. Alan Dykstra takes over at first base. And Logan Forsythe moves from first to second. Is this a benching in your estimation, Jerry?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, you kind of rough to pull, to pull a kid out after getting picked off like that. But it is a mental mistake to get picked off when you've almost been picked off once. But it may be an injury involved too. I don't know. It would be hard for me to believe that he's pulled out because of that.
If it was Dick Williams, would you question it?
No, no, I would not.
But Kevin Cash, it may be a little different.
It may be a little bit different. Remember, he also may have gotten hurt in that double play,
where Mookie Betts came in hard at second base. There's a ground ball softly down the third baseline. Off the mound, Archer will have it go off the glove, and Ramirez aboard for the second time tonight. It is a base hit, and the Ramirez 2 for 2 in the game.
And a little tap, line drive, ground ball the first time for a base hit. This time a little tap down the third base line, and Archer really does not have much option but to pick that up. It never could get a control of it in the glove, just bounces right out, and Ramirez 2 for 2 on the night.
So lead runner on here for the Red Sox in the 4th inning. Second time in 4 innings the Red Sox have had the lead man on. As here is Pablo Sandoval. And he was injured coming off, holding his hand. Sandoval fouling it back to the screen. 0-2. One of the 2 strikeouts that Archer has belongs to Sandoval, the other Daniel Nava. Very high, and Wilson had to come out of the crouch to grab that.
Talk about wasting one. That's wasting one. Way up and out of the strike zone. They wanted a high fastball. Not quite that high. That's not even tempting to swing at.
Swing and a miss, gets away, and heading for second base is Ramirez. He will get there as Sandoval strikes out. So Ramirez up in a scoring position while Sandoval strikes out for the second time tonight.
Yeah, this time back to the breaking ball after the high fastball, changing the look of the hitter's eye and getting it back down in the zone with the breaking pitch and the swing and miss. But the ball does get away, and Hanley Ramirez in scoring position at second base.
Gets there on the wild pitch. That is changing eye location, no doubt. You sky one and then you bounce one, and Sandoval strikes out for the second time. 3 Ks.
Yeah, that's about as extreme as it gets right there.
Nava struck out looking in the second inning. And he'll take strike 1. Fouled off to the left out of play, and it's 0-2 now to Nava. Talking about the time in which Archer uses. He's averaged 20.4 seconds between pitches in his 3 starts this year, compared to 25.2 seconds last year, which was 5th longest in the majors. His 70th pitch of his outing is an 0-2. And a swing and a miss. Nava strikes out for the second time tonight.
Well, they got him on a fastball at his first at bat. This time he goes to the breaking ball to pick up the strikeout. And slide it down in the dirt. And a nice block also by the catcher Wilson to keep Ramirez at second base.
So 4 strikeouts for Archer. There are 2 guys, Pablo Sandoval and Daniel Nava. And it brings up Shane Victorino.
Archer had 11 strikeouts in his last outing against Toronto.
So 109 pitches in that outing. Picks up the outside corner, I guess. Called a strike. Shane skied out to center field, and Desmond Jennings in the second inning. Once I'm called, back and forth go Archer and Wilson. Well, Saturday at 5, don't miss real-life NBA discussion of business and baseball featuring Jack Welch and John Henry. Learn how to build a team and win the game in business and baseball. Saturday at 5. And Ramirez at second base, 2 down. Shane Victorino waiting on an 0-1 pitch. And look out, 94 and up near his face.
Yeah, very late reaction there by Victorino to this inside fastball. Just about got his hands out of the way.
Swing and a miss. Back to the slider, and it's 1-2.
He kind of figured it'd be the breaking ball after an inside fastball, exactly what it was, and it was a good one. Down and away from Victorino.
Swing and a miss. Victorino strikes out. 5 Ks for Archer. Strikes out the side. 1-0 Boston. One to nothing. Red Sox have the lead as we head into the bottom of the 4th inning. Steven Souza Jr., Logan Forsythe, and Evan Longoria expected in the inning. Souza lining out to third baseman Pablo Sandoval in the 1st inning. And on the artificial surface at third base is Sandoval, stride in. Souza lays off and takes ball 2. Leads the team with 3 home runs and 10 RBIs. Gets the arms out of the way, and that just missed as Miley a little frustrated. Only behind 3-1. Slaps it foul down the right field line. Full count. Tampa Bay with only 2 base runners so far. Tim Beckham walked in the 2nd. And then Brett singled in the 3rd. All 4. Down to first base goes Souza. By putting people and communities first, Eastern Bank helps make good things happen. Watch how good things are happening to local people at easternbank.com/goodthingshappen. Our first visit of the year here to St. Petersburg and Tropicana Field. Always a great number of Red Sox fans here. Red Sox and Rays opening up their 19-game season series. Go to first and back to the bag is Souza Jr.
He was heading back as soon as Miley started to move.
And there for a strike, and it's 0-1 now to Forsythe. A strikeout victim looking in the first. Forsythe has been all over. Second base, first base, third base so far this year defensively for the Rays. One of those guys that Joe Madden liked a lot. Reminds you a little bit of Zobrist and some of the others that have moved around here over the years.
Yeah, guys like Zobrist, Sean Rodriguez, who moved around quite a bit.
Which is going to miss for ball 2. Two walks now allowed by Miley. A leadoff walk here in the 4th inning. Never a good thing. Fly ball to right field. Shin Victorino has been busy in this contest. And he makes the catch for the first out of the 4th inning. Send it down to Sarah Davis.
Yeah, guys, you look up here at the Trop, and there's 4 circular catwalks, lots of lights where the ball can get caught. Also, the dome is white, so it can camouflage the ball. Tonight is Hanley Ramirez's first time playing outfield at the Trop, and he told me all he needs to worry about is keeping his eye on the ball. He'll be just fine. First base coach Arnie Baylor also said Ramirez just needs to keep it simple. So, guys, I think being in the outfield, not nearly as complicated as I thought it was, at least.
Well, here is not as bad as, say, Minnesota was for a number of years as far as the ceiling goes. Day games can be a little tough here. Remember Johnny Damon having trouble here during day games.
Yeah, the Metrodome was probably the worst, but this is no day at the beach.
No.
I mean, the beach is outside the Trop. And I think they are underplaying it a little bit about how difficult it is to play out there with all this stuff that goes on at the Trop.
But I imagine Hanley is glad to have the wall out from behind him for a little while. We're on the road here at this last homestand. Evan Longoria waiting on an 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. Went around, rung up by the home plate umpire John Hirschbeck. And Longoria becomes the 3rd strikeout victim for Wade Miley. 2 down.
Now, Mike, Miley, a much different guy today than that last outing. I mean, he gets ahead of Longoria, gets him to chase a breaking ball down in the dirt. Pitching from ahead in the count tonight.
So it's been announced that leaving the game tonight, Ryan Brad, we thought it was his hand, ended up being a sublation of his right shoulder. A sublation of his right shoulder, whatever that is. Sounds painful.
Sublation or subluxation?
Subluxation.
Subluxation?
Yes.
That sounds more like it.
Yeah, but it hurts.
It does. You have to unsub it to put it back.
Oh, really? So it's like a dislocated shoulder then?
I think so.
Wouldn't it be easier to say that? The pitch is in there for a strike. Souza Jr. at first, 2 down. Desmond Jennings waiting on an 0-1 pitch. Jennings flied out to the right fielder, Shane Victorino, in the second inning. Pretty good sized lead for Souza Jr. at first base. And a pop up. Pedroia headed out, a few strides on that artificial surface and right to make the catch that ends the inning. They're through 4 from the Trop. Red Sox holding on to a 1-0 lead. Sox have the lead over the Tampa Bay Rays back at Tropicana Field, top half of the 5th inning. And Brock Holt to lead it off. Holt, Hannigan, and Betts. Brock Holt lining out to the shortstop Beckham in the 3rd inning. Archer up over 75 pitches now, 76. He's given up 3 hits, all singles. Hanley Ramirez with 2 and Ryan Hannigan with the other. Pitching line for Archer is brought to you by your Eastern Lexus dealers. Run is unearned that he allowed in the 3rd inning. This cue mixed in there by Beckham. On the ground towards Forsythe at second base, and Brock Holt out number 1 of the 5th inning. Let's take a closer look at tomorrow's starting pitchers. Joe Kelly this season. Joe 1-0 with a 2.13 ERA, 12 2/3 innings, has 11 Ks, allowed 4 walks in 2 starts. Nate Carnes on the mound for Tampa Bay. The season 1-1, 4.58 ERA, struck out 17, walked 10, 17 2/3 innings pitched. This closer look brought to you by FW Web. For an even closer look, visit FWWeb.com. 1 out in the 5th for Ryan Hannigan, reaching on an infield hit in the 3rd inning. Very high that time at 94. Archer last year finished the year 32 starts, a record of 10-9, 3.33 earned run average for Archer. This marks his 4th big league season. Up the middle, and Hannigan sends Archer down on the ground that time. And Hannigan is 2 for 2 in the game from his number 9 spot in the order.
Hannigan doing a nice job defensively, obviously, for the Red Sox, and sticking in some base hits. And this fastball's supposed to be away. It stays out over the middle of the plate. Hannigan takes it right back through the middle. Archer can't make a play. So 2 for 2 tonight. That ball got by him in a hurry.
1 out, 1 on. Mookie Betts, the batter. Mookie fly to center in the first, walked in the third inning. There for a strike, 1-1. Archer with 5 strikeouts, 1 walk so far. Working here to Mookie Betts with 1 out and 1 on. On the ground and through into left field, a base hit for Betts. Hannigan will take second base. Mookie Betts on for the second time tonight, his first hit.
Good night so far for Mookie Betts. A walk, the base hit, also the takeout slide at second base. Very big in this game so far, giving the Red Sox a 1-0 lead. The Red Sox trying to do something here in the 5th inning with a couple of base runners. Jim Hickey out to talk to Chris Archer.
Jim Hickey holding over here from the Joe Madden regime here with the Rays. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox, never forgets that before you're a patient, you're a person. Beth Israel Deaconess, human first. Learn more at bidmc.org/human first. Pedroia batting with 2 on, and the pitch in there for a strike. The 1 pitch coming here to Pedroia, and a foul off to the right out of play. Center fielder Desmond Jennings, step or 2 towards right center. Red Sox getting the game's only run in the 3rd inning, threatening again here in the 5th against Archer. And Pedroia goes chasing on a pitch down in the dirt. 6th strikeout for Archer. Big out, 2 down.
A lot of the strikeouts for Archer tonight on that slider. Once he gets ahead of Pedroia, he doesn't have to throw him a strike. Throw a ball out of the strike zone, see if he'll chase, and he did.
So now a chance for David Ortiz to do some damage. A frustrated Dustin Pedroia on the Red Sox dugout. Ortiz lining out to left in the first, grounded out to first base in the 3rd. Swing and a miss. David calls for time. Needs only 1 home run to surpass Chipper Jones, 468, for sole possession of 32nd place on MLB's all-time home run list. Not close. 1-1. 2 down, 2 on here in the Boston 5th inning. Swing and a miss. 95 that time. Down and away.
Got a little movement on that fastball too. More like a two-seamer going down and away from Ortiz. Going breaking away. That's a pretty nasty pitch by Chris Archer.
Ortiz fouling it off, staying alive. Well, last year, Archer taking exception to the bat flip of David Ortiz. It's not something that's really new for David, but flipped it back towards the dugout and caused a bit of a stir here in Tampa Bay last year. Well, he faces him in 2015. Time called, and Wilson headed out. Trying to get on the same page. They've been going back and forth tonight. Archer does not want to make a mistake here to Big Papi. And again at second, Betts at first. Two and two. Hanley Ramirez waiting on deck. Ortiz went around. Strikes out. 7 strikeouts for Archer. Red Sox strand a pair. Take a 1-0 lead to the bottom of the 5th. Off. This Archer getting out of a jam in the top half of the inning. David Ortiz striking out. And now Tim Beckham. It's his second look at Wade Miley.
I don't think there's any question David went around on this one. No argument from him. That was clearly a swing.
Beckham has 1 of 2 walks. Wade Miley is allowed tonight. Beckham, Rivera, and Dykstra scheduled to bat here in the 5th inning. Fouled off to the right, out of play. Miley's only given up 1 hit through the first 4 innings tonight. 2 walks I mentioned. He has struck out 3. And to this point, a much better effort tonight than last time out. Went 2 1/3 against Washington, giving up 5 hits and 7 runs. Third start of the year. Got a no decision in the first start. Was at New York. Pitched well there, though. 5 1/3, 2 runs. In his Red Sox debut, that game, of course, ended in 19 innings. Full count to leadoff man Tim Beckham. Fly ball foul down the right field line, out of play. And in his career against the Rays, 2-0 with a 0.68 ERA, 1 earned run in 13 1/3 innings pitched. 149 average against Tampa Bay in the 2 starts he's made. To center. Mookie Betts goes back and makes the catch. Well, center fielders would tell you the ball hit right at him is the toughest at times to make the catch, and that was a difficult reel in, but he does it. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare at southwest.com. Almost getting up over his head.
Yeah, and prior to the game tonight, he was out there practicing in center field. They were hitting him baseballs from second base out over his head, just so he could track how much room he has here in center field. Made a great play there.
Now 1 down, Rene Rivera, the batter. And a line drive, base hit into left field. 1 out single for Rivera. Don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by DCU Digital Federal Credit Union, tomorrow at 6:30. TC Eck and Steve Lyons. Pete Abraham with the latest from the Red Sox clubhouse. DCU Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? 1 out, 1 on. Here is Alan Dykstra, off to a 2 for 24 start. And into the game. There's a ground ball, 1 hop to second, could be 2. Pedroia had trouble getting out of his glove, but they still turn it. 4 to 6 to 3 on the inning-ending twin killing. Played 5 from the Trop. It's 1-0 Boston. Now for the Geico Red Sox moment all season long. Geico will highlight the 1975 Red Sox in honor of their 40th anniversary. In their 14th game of the 75 season, Sox lost to the Tigers 3-2 in 10 innings. Bill Lee went the distance, taking the loss to put his record at 1-3 on the season. Inning number 6. It is 4, 5, and 6 for the Red Sox in the inning. Archer back out there. Here's pitch 94 of his outing, and it'll just miss to Hanley Ramirez.
And there is action in the bullpen for the Rays with that pitch count going up.
Ramirez fights this off down the right field line, down towards that action, and foul ball down there. Brandon Gomes is the action in the pen. Ramirez with 2 hits and a stolen base in this game. Those singles, one to right, one back off the pitcher. And a swing and a miss. Big cut there from Hanley.
And fooled badly that time on a changeup by Archer. 84 miles an hour down out of the strike zone.
Look out. That one up and in at 95. Archer's thrown a few of those tonight.
Now, one thing he showed us in the past, he is not afraid to pitch inside. And after the changeup comes up and in to Ramirez, let's see what he goes to now. Back to the slider away.
And Ramirez chases for strike 3. That's 8 strikeouts for Archer and 3 in a row. It's time now for a game break, brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Tom?
Number 48, Pablo Sandoval.
All right, Tom, thanks very much. Back here at Tropicana Field as Pablo Sandoval sends one into center field on the ground. Sandoval had been frustrated to this point, striking out twice in the game. He's got a 1-out base hit here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, too. When he strikes out 2 times, back-to-back times, he's not going to wait around. He jumps on the first pitch, and the first pitch is an off-speed pitch, a changeup. But he takes it up the middle for the base hit.
So 1 out, 1 on. Daniel Nava has struck out twice in the game tonight. Pitch number 100 coming up here for Chris Archer of his outing. Season high is 109. As that'll miss down and away. That 109 came last time out against Toronto. He's double play depth with 1 out and 1 on. Nava to right field. Souza Jr. is not going to get there. Gets down on a hop, picks it on the backhand, fires it back in, keeping Sandoval to second base. Souza did a good job getting over there to play it on a hop and get it back in quickly, but back-to-back base hits for Boston.
Yeah, good solid contact by Nava and a very good play by Steven Souza Jr. This ball looked like it was going to find the gap in right center field, but Souza cuts it off. And that's going to hold Sandoval at second base. So 2 guys who struck out twice each in the game, both get base hits, Sandoval and now Daniel Nava.
Shane Victorino 0 for 2. And a fastball up top for ball 1. He'd come up and in on Shane earlier in the game with a fastball. Victorino's fly to center and struck out swinging. There struck out to begin the inning. Sandoval single to center. Nava single to right. 2 on, 1 away. A little bit high for ball 2. So here's the first opening day start for Archer. Second time he's been on the Rays opening day roster. That's 4 years now at Tampa Bay. Little number down the first baseline, foul. I want to remind you to be sure to follow Nesson on Instagram to see all things behind the scenes this Red Sox season. Follow Nesson at Instagram.com/Nesson. Red Sox left a pair on in the 5th. And they've left 5 men on through the first 5, and they have 2 on with 1 out here in the 6th inning. Victorino strikes out on a pitch down and away. Goes lunging and becomes the 9th strikeout victim for Chris Archer.
Well, you know, the inside fastball has been effective this inning for Archer. When he's gone inside, he's gone back to breaking balls away. He got Ramirez to strike out, then he gets Victorino to strike out.
Kevin Cash out to make the pitching change with 2 down here in the 6th inning. Pitching change from Tropicana Field in St. Pete with the Red Sox on top 1-0. Brock Holt batting here with 2 on and 2 outs in the 6th inning. Brandon Gomes, a new pitcher here for the Rays. And Holt fouling it off at the plate. It's called to the bullpen, brought to you by Kia. Brandon Gomes in his 2nd appearance of the year. Went 2 innings the first time, 143 opponent batting average. In relief of Chris Archer, who went 5 2/3, departs responsible for the 2 men on. Pablo Sandoval at 2nd, Daniel Nava at 1st. An 0-2 pitch. I'll bounce in for ball 1.
Gomes was brought up from Durham. Grant Belfort was let go by the Tampa Bay Rays. Archer looking on from the dugout.
Holmes made 29 appearances, 3 stints last year with Tampa Bay, up and down to Durham. Getting out of the way of a pitch down and in.
Had tried back-to-back split-fingered fastballs there to Holt with 2 strikes on him.
There's struck out. Sandoval singled. Nava singled. Victorino strikes out. Last batter Archer would face. Now Gomes with a 2-2 pitch. Holt hits it in the air to left. Brandon Guyer going back, still going, and he'll make the catch. That swung around the wrong way initially, but it reaches up and makes the grab on the base of the warning track to end the top of the 6th inning. Pittsburgh ready for the bottom of the 6th inning. Wade Miley back on the mound here. Bobby Wilson to lead it off here for the Rays. Strikeout victim in the 3rd inning. 3 strikeouts for Wade Miley to this point, and only 69 pitches so far in his outing. Ground ball rolled over foul, and it's a ball and a strike. The Red Sox have had some chances, unable to cash in. It's now 7 men they've left on in the last 6 innings. 2 on in the 5th, 2 on in the 6th inning. Chris Archer ends up going 5 2/3, 7 hits, 1 run. It was unearned. A walk and 9 Ks. Back towards the mound, and Miley fields and throws. Oh, the first out here at the bottom of the 6th inning. NESN is looking for youth baseball and softball teams to be a live studio audience for NESN Clubhouse on select Sundays this baseball season. Visit NESNClubhouse.com and click on Studio Audience. Enter your son or daughter's team. The experience includes a pizza party before and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be an active part of the studio audience. 1 out in the 6th inning for Brandon Guyer. Liner to left field. Ramirez very deep out there in left, and it's a base hit. He was back by the warning track, it appeared, looked up, and probably too deep in that instance. Guyer's got himself a base hit, and he's got good speed.
Now, he right now does not have a feeling on where to play out in left field. You know, you come from Fenway Park, where he plays deep because of the wall. That remains the same way when he gets here. You can see how far he is. I mean, he's almost on the warning track. So no opportunity to make a catch on that line drive.
One out, one on, and Steven Souza Jr. is the batter. Souza takes pitch outside.
I got to tell you, Don, if I had to make that move to the outfield, I'd be doing the same thing. My back would be against the wall.
Easier to come forward than go back.
I would have no clue going back. Safety first.
Fly ball down the right field line. And a foul ball into the seats. He did try it once, right? Cleveland.
Yeah, don't even bring that up.
Didn't go very well.
Didn't go well at all. No. It went very badly. Rather embarrassing, to say the least.
And he got injured in the process.
Yeah,
right?
I did, yeah.
Check on first. Back to the bag is Geyer.
Most of the leads are one-way leads right now. You know, it doesn't matter how far you get off the bag, but you're going one way back to the bag as soon as he moves.
In the dirt gathered by Hannigan. On the ground, slowly hit as Sandoval goes to second. They'll get the lead runner there.
That's a big play at this stage of the game.
And I think they're going to argue this. It looked like Pedroia may have come off early, but now Cash heading back to the dugout. He was double checking and still looking into the dugout. We'll see. But he flat out beat it is what the Rays may think.
He may have beat it.
Waiting here, Cash standing outside of his dugout and getting the word that he does want to now challenge this, and he's going to start out.
He may win this one. I was just saying that was a huge part of the game because it's a 1-0 ball game, and you go to second base to get the lead man and get him out of scoring position. But, excuse me, this may turn around on the Red Sox. That's close. That is really close.
Geyer thought he beat it. Yeah, looks like he beat it. On the big screen here, we're getting a shot, Jerry.
Yeah.
It looks like Geyer did get the foot before the ball was in the back of the glove of Pedroia. So the umpires feel the same way.
See, one thing that kept Pedroia from stretching out like a first baseman, it was the angle that the throw came from Sandoval. You have to be prepared to go in any direction when he's throwing that angle. You can't really stretch out or the ball could easily get by you.
Big play here in a very tight game. Red Sox holding on to a 1-0 advantage.
Yeah, this is very big.
We've been looking at it a while now. Hoy, the second base umpire, making that call. John Hirschbeck, the crew chief, also over there in the headset. I think the foot gets in before the ball's in the back of the glove. Now they're going to stick with it and call him out. Big play for the Red Sox.
Thank you.
Wow. That last look I thought was pretty definitive.
Everyone we saw I thought was pretty definitive going in the Tampa direction.
Foot in, ball not. Red Sox will take it as they win the challenge. Or I should say the Rays lose the challenge. Red Sox end up in a winning situation. Runner at first, 2 down now, and a check at first base on Souza Jr. Logan Forsythe 0 for 2. Struck out looking in the first, flat out to right in the 4th inning. And there is strike 1. Nava holding on Souza Jr. Good sized lead over there. And a throw to first base by Hannigan. The tag is late, and back to the bag safely is Souza Jr. Ball 2, 2-1. Forsythe, the 3-hitter in the Rays order. 2 homers, 5 RBIs to this point. That's away. 3-1. Rays coming off a sweeping by the Yankees in a 3-game series. And are now just 1-5 at home at the Trop. There is ball 4 and a walk here for Forsythe. 3rd walk given up by Miley tonight. Don't miss Red Sox first pitch presented by Joseph Abboud. Available at Men's Warehouse tomorrow at 6 p.m. TC Eck and Steve Lyons will take a closer look at Joe Kelly's start. Juan Nieves coming out after the walk of Logan Forsythe. Tying run potentially here at second base now for the Tampa Bay Rays. And Evan Longoria, who's had a very slow start to the year, is coming up. Never take Longoria lightly, despite the fact that he is hitting only a 200 so far this year, and 0 for 2 tonight. Hirschbeck out to break up the meeting here. Miley's pitching line is brought to you by Ace Tickets. 5 2/3 straight hits. So far, no runs. Walk 3, struck out 3, and has runners at first and second here with 2 down in the 6th inning. 81 pitches deep. Longoria will take ball 1. Center fielder Mookie Betts over towards right center field. This is the first time in the game that the Rays have had a runner at second base. Having trouble scoring runs here in Tampa Bay to begin the year. Well, Miley falling behind Longoria, 3-0.
And as bad as Longoria is going, he still may have the green light here, although he didn't look to third base for a sign.
No batting gloves for Longoria. He swings and sends it foul. He did have the green light. Fouls it off.
It's not bad. You know what you're going to get. 3-0. You've been in a slump. It gives you a chance to be a slump breaker and also give the team your lead.
He said many times looking for middle in, and he got it middle in too.
Sure did.
There's Alexei Agondo up in the pen. First action we've seen out there for Boston tonight. Now a foul ball off to the right out of play. That was right down the middle. 92 miles an hour. Desmond Jennings on deck. He's threatening in the 6th inning. A 1-0 Red Sox lead. Runners will get a start here as Miley backs off. Longoria stays alive.
That's the second time tonight Miley's made a pitch and going down in the heat.
He's limping as he gets up. Sai Takahashi, the trainer, coming out along with John Farrell.
Just slips. Second time he's done that. Did it earlier in the ball game.
Says he's all right. Back to the dugout they go. The battle continues here with Evan Longoria. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, 2 men on for the Rays. Again, they will be in motion here. Souza Jr. at second, Forsythe at first. High for ball 4. The bases are loaded. Back-to-back walks, 4 in all now for Miley. And John Farrell set it out. So a bases loaded opportunity now for Tampa Bay. Alexi Ogando ready in a hurry down there in the pen, and now coming in. Pitching change from Tropicana Field. It's 1-0 Boston.
And Miley wanted no part of coming out of this game.
Wade Miley frustrated as he looks on now. It's 1-0 Boston on top of Tampa Bay, but Rays have the bases loaded with 2 down. Desmond Jennings the batter. And that one almost hit him at 93 miles an hour. This call to the bullpen brought to you by Kia. Alexi Ogando into the game now for Boston. Ogando got ready quickly in the pen. His 6th appearance. 5.40 ERA. 5 strikeouts, no walks. 211 opponent batting average against Ogando. A perfect 7th inning on Saturday against Baltimore. Jennings takes the strike. A hit allowed in this inning by Miley and a couple of walks back to back. Forsythe and Longoria. Bases loaded here for Tampa Bay. Strike 2. Picks up that outside corner.
A little bit of a break there for Ogando. That ball appeared to be outside.
Jennings on the ground to shortstop. Brock Holt's going to second, and Agondo gets the Red Sox out of it. So the Rays had a bases loaded opportunity. They get out of it, and the Red Sox hold a 1-0 lead through 6. One nothing. Red Sox still holding on to the lead as we head to the 7th inning, and Ryan Hannigan leads it off and takes strike one. Hannigan 2 for 2. That was against Chris Archer, though. Infield hit to second in the 3rd, a single to center field in the 5th. Red Sox out hitting Tampa Bay 7-3 in this game, and Brandon Gomes back on the mound again. Hannigan fouls it off to the right out of play. Now, the Red Sox Foundation launched the Impact Awards, which provides Red Sox fans in the 5 New England states outside of Massachusetts with the opportunity to vote on their favorite local nonprofits, decide which organizations will be awarded grants totaling $75,000. Voting deadline dates may vary by state. To cast your vote, visit redsox.com/impact. 0-2 pitch to Hannigan. In the dirt. Ernesto Frieri, the former closer, warming up in the pen. Brandon Gomes getting the final out of the 6th inning, back out there to begin the 7th. And a swing and a miss. Hannigan goes chasing. First strikeout for Gomes, 1 down.
That Gomes with a steady diet of slip finger fastballs that time to Hannigan and gets him to strike out on one. Split it down and away. 82 miles an hour.
Nika Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for whole life insurance. One down for Mookie Betts. And a pitch in there for a strike to Betts. Has been aboard twice. After flying out to center in the 1st, he walked in the 3rd, singled to left in the 5th. Popped up foul, back it out of play. Well, stay tuned tonight following WB Mason Extra Innings Live for Red Sox Final, presented by Uno's. TC Eck and Tim Wakefield wrap up the night around Major League Baseball. Will pop it up here, and down from 3rd base comes Longoria. And then he puts it away. Mookie Betts is out number 2 of the 7th inning. 2 up, 2 down, and Dustin Pedroia the batter. Pedroia 0 for 3 in the game after grounding out to third base in the first. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning and then struck out swinging in the 5th. And all that was against the Rays starter Chris Archer tonight. There's a ground ball to Longoria. Brandon Gomes with an easy 1-2-3 7th inning. 7th inning stretch. Red Sox have a 1-0 lead. Change of play is a play from Pablo Sandoval that was called an out at second base. The review was challenged by Kevin Cash and lost, as it appeared Geyer had beaten the throw of Dustin Pedroia. Red Sox getting away with one there, and it was our mobile game changer play as Alexia Gondo back out on the mound. As he got the final out of the 6th inning, a big out with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Got Desmond Jennings to ground into the fielder's choice. Now Tim Beckham leads it off in the bottom of the 7th for the Rays. Beckham a walk in the 2nd, lined out to center in the 5th. High fly ball to left. Ramirez coming in. And Hanley makes the catch for the first out of the 7th inning. For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Sox get a save, CVS Pharmacy will make a donation to Boston Children's Hospital towards a $25,000 commitment once again this season. CVS Pharmacy, the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. One out in the 7th, and Rene Rivera the batter. Grounded to short and singled to left. Tardy on the fastball that time at 94 and by him.
Gondo has consistently been to 92 to 94 with his fastball, throwing the slider. On a fastball away again.
Fouled back, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Got away with one there, kind of a hanging slide at that time, but sometimes the hangers stay inside a little too much, and I think that's what happened this time. They want the ball down and away, but watch the location. Ooh, that's dangerous.
Robbie Ross Jr. up in the Boston pen, while the Rays have double barreled action now in their pen. Rivera with a swing and a miss. Fastball by him. First strikeout for Agondo. 2 down.
And back to the fastball after the slider that was hanging up there. He goes back to a fastball and throws it right by him.
So John Farrell trying to piece this together now. Agondo, it's all 3 batters that he faces as you see the Rays bullpen, Boxberger and Frieri warming. The Red Sox have a pitching change with Agondo coming out of this game. Robbie Ross Jr. will come in. It's a 1-0 Red Sox lead. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Back at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida. Red Sox holding on to a 1-0 advantage. 2 outs. Base is empty here in the 7th. Robbie Ross Jr. coming into the game for Boston. Got the final 2 outs in the 7th inning yesterday against Baltimore, inducing the only batter he faced. Everett Cabrera into a double play. 7th appearance, 5.68 earned run average. One sitting at 273 against Ross. As Drupal Cabrera is pinch hitting here for the Rays with 2 outs in the 7th inning. After Beckham flied out, Rivera struck out. Now it is Drupal Cabrera pinch hitting for Alan Dykstra's spot. And the breaking ball will miss for ball 1. Looks like a pretty good pitch. So far, a 192 start to the season for Cabrera. 2 hits in his last 29 at bats, and now he diving it short. His Holt gets up and throws in time to get him. Brock Holt, the Brock Star from shortstop. 1-0 Red Sox. Let's take a look at the Toyota play of the game, and it's Brock Holt's fantastic play from deep shortstop. Able to get Asdrubal Cabrera. Great diving play and a very good throw. And his teammates in the dugout. All over Holt as he came off. An outstanding play. Red Sox here the Rays are into a shift here on David Ortiz to begin things here in the 8th. David 0 for 3 in the game. Series of changes here for Tampa Bay. First, we'll start with the pitcher Ernesto Frieri into his 7th game of the year. A record of 6.75 earned run average when it's hitting at 280 against Frieri. Third Rays pitcher of the night. Asdrubal Cabrera stays in the game after pinch hitting at shortstop. In there for a strike 2. Beckham moves from short to second base for the Rays. And Forsythe, who started the game at first base, now goes from second back to first again. 2-2 pitch. Ortiz thought about it, lays off. Stacked up with Beckham in short right in the shift. Ortiz off the end of the bat, foul. Well, don't miss WB Mason's Extra Innings Live right after the game. TC Eck and Tim Wakefield will analyze Wade Miley's start and have clubhouse reaction. Whatever, whenever, wherever. Who but WB Mason?
Whatever, whoever.
3-2 pitch to Big Papi. And that's ball 40 to go. They're going to check. No, he did not, says John Tumpang. So Big Papi down to first base to begin things here in the 8th inning. Get a look ourselves here.
Not even close that time.
Junichi Tozawa up in the pen. As now with Ortiz at first base, leadoff walk. Hanley Ramirez coming up. And with a single in the 2nd, a single in the 4th before striking out swinging in the 6th inning. Swing and a miss. Helmet coming off. He swung so hard. Action for the Rays still in their pen. Jose Dominguez up now. Frieri in the game right now.
A lot of right-handers down in that pen for the Rays. Only one left-hander.
2 balls and a strike. Since the start of last year, Frieri has allowed 14 home runs. Second among major league relievers. 5 homers in 3 straight appearances. Now Ramirez lines one to center field, and out there to make the catch is Jennings. Hung up long enough. Hit well on a line by Hanley Ramirez, but he's the first out of the 8th inning.
That just sounded good off the bat. A line shot by Ramirez on a fastball. But standing right there, Desmond Jennings to make the play. Talking about getting a ball on the sweet spot.
1 out, 1 on, and Pablo Sandoval the batter. Sandoval struck out in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th before singling in the 6th inning. Red Sox looking to obtain some insurance here in the 8th inning with a 1-0 advantage. Sandoval, inside out swing, fouls it off. Gary now 29 years of age. First Colombian-born player in Rays history. Fly ball to deep left center field. Geyer going back will have room. And he makes the catch shy of the track as Ortiz backpedals to first. 2 down.
First baseman.
Here comes Daniel Nava. Well, struck out in the second, struck out in the fourth, single to right in the 6th inning. Popped up, foul ground. Longoria going as far as he can towards the Red Sox pen, and Longoria makes the catch. Long running grab, reaching into that first row to make that catch down the left field line. At half the cost, the HB Office Jet Pro X clocks in at 70 pages per minute. And yours today for up to 50% off from who? WB Mason. Last half of the 8th inning back in St. Petersburg. Red Sox holding on to a 1-0 advantage. The pitcher for the Red Sox is Shinichi Tozawa. Fourth arm of the night used by John Farrell. 7th appearance for Tozawa. He's not given up a run in 6 innings. 8 strikeouts, 1 walk, and well, it's sitting at 150 against Tozawa. Pinch hitter David DeJesus batting here for the Rays. With Sandoval in on the grass at third. And swinging is DeJesus at the first pitch. Popping it up. Holt coming from shortstop. And Brock makes the catch. Looking up into that roof here at the Trop for out number 1.
Left fielder, number 5, Brandon Geyer.
So the pinch hitter retired on 1 pitch by Tozawa. There is Brandon Geyer, who singled his last time up in the 6th inning after grounding out twice early in the game. 1 for 3 tonight. Towards second base, Pedroia charging. Geyer can fly, but he is out number 2.
That's not bad. 2 pitches, 2 outs. The benefit of throwing strikes, and that's exactly what Tazawa does. I mean, if you're a hitter, you're not going up there to draw a walk off Tazawa. You've got to be as aggressive as he is.
2 outs here in the 8th inning. Steven Souza Jr. coming up. The Tampa Bay pen busy. Jose Dominguez and Brad Boxberger up in the pen. Rays have already used Brandon Gomes and Ernesto Frieri out of that pen. And the breaking ball. Curveball in there for a strike. Souza has lined out to third, walked, and reached on a fielder's choice. So on twice without the benefit of a base hit. In there for strike 2. Red Sox guarding the lines here. They're really guarding the lines. Sandoval and Nava at first and third.
Trying to protect against that 2-base hit, and they are really pinching the foul lines.
And time call now as home plate umpire John Hirschbeck is barking into the Rays dugout. So he's getting into it with one of the coaches, it appears. Not the manager in this instance, Kevin Cash. 0-2 pitch. And that was close as well. A ball and 2 strikes. He said something there to Steven Souza Jr. It looked like Derek Shelton, a hitting coach that he was involved with in the conversation from the dugout. 1-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss to Zhao with a very good 8th. A 1-2-3 8th inning. We head to the 9th. 1-0 Boston. Airlines, book your low fare on southwest.com. Your New England Ford dealers. Sullivan Tire and Auto Service. Thank you, New England, for 60 great years. the all-new Kia Sorento. And by Audi. Experience the new Audi A3 today. Well, it's on to the ninth inning back in St. Petersburg. 1-0. Red Sox have the lead. Well-pitched ball game tonight. Really both sides, as Shane Victorino leads it off for Boston in the ninth. Bottom third of the Red Sox order expected here against the new pitcher. And that is a first pitch ball inside from Jose Dominguez. Rene Rivera, who was the DH, now doing the catching. And DeJesus staying in the game after pinch hitting, taking over in left field. As Victorino takes the strike.
So that means they lose the DH for the remainder of the game.
The pitcher would be batting the leadoff spot where Geyer was. And this is fouled back to the screen. Koji Uehara warming in the pen for Boston. Very impressive outing by Tazawa, working the eighth inning. Victorino down the right field line, and this is going to be a fair ball. Shane's thinking two as it bangs around in the corner. Sousa Jr. gets it back in, but not before. Shane Victorino's got himself a leadoff double to begin the ninth as the Red Sox try to obtain some insurance here in the top of the ninth.
Good plate coverage here by Victorino. He's got a couple of strikes on him. Shorten up the swing just a little bit. Get that fastball away and slice it down that right field line for the leadoff double. Well played down there by Steven Souza Jr. to hold it to 2 bases. This ball bounces around a little bit. You're talking about 3 bases for Victorino. Now, what do they have Holt to here? With Hannigan on deck, they let Holt swing away, or do they bunt him to third base? I think they might try to bunt.
Brock Holt 0 for 3 in the game tonight. Brock takes strike one, the high strike, and no sign of bunting there, at least on the first pitch. The 0-1 pitch. On a strike to Holt.
Now, if you're Brock Holt and you're not bunting, you've got to look for a pitch you can pull to get that man to third base.
Now he's bunting, gets it down. To first goes Dominguez. Sacrifice is complete, and on to third base goes Victorino. Didn't have it on initially, now they do.
Yeah, now the infield has to come in. Hannigan comes to the plate. Job well done by Holt. Gave him a couple of chances to pull the ball. It didn't happen, so they go back to the bunt.
That was interesting. Catcher Rivera was pointing towards third base.
He was pointing toward third, and I don't think they had a shot over there. That ball could have ended up down the left field line.
Well, Brock Holt, who had 5 sacrifice bunts last year, gets one down here. Now the Red Sox are trying to bring in Victorino. Ryan Hannigan, a 2-hit night. Infield hit to second, a single to center before he struck out in the 7th. Infield in for Tampa Bay. Ball 1.
Now you never know. You get the right count, might squeeze him in.
Hannigan takes the strike, and it's 1-1 at the top of the zone. Outside for ball 2.
And if it's going to happen, it would probably happen on this count.
Hannigan fouling it back to the screen.
Got jammed this time with an inside fastball. They wanted the ball away, but it comes inside. Very effective pitch, even though it was a mislocation.
Two balls, two strikes, one out here with Shane Victorino at third base. Hannigan lines it foul. Now Rivera out to talk to Dominguez. Dominguez making two scoreless appearances for the Rays so far. 24-year-old recalled on Wednesday from Durham. A big spot here with Shane Victorino at third, one out in the Boston ninth inning. Hannigan strikes out. The fastball at 95 by him. A big out there for Dominguez. Two down.
A little giddy up on this fastball away from Hannigan. That's where they wanted to go earlier in the count. They went inside. They got a swing and a foul ball. This time they go away. They get a swing and no contact.
Now it's up to Mookie Betts here to get it done with a runner at third. His fly to center, walked, singled, and fly to left. Breaking ball missing high for ball one. Shane Victorino started this inning with a double. A sacrifice bunt by Brock Holt got him to third. Hannigan strikes out, and now it's up to Mookie Betts. High strike call, 1-1. Back-to-back breaking balls from Dominguez. Strike two. Now the 1-2 pitch to Mookie Betts. In the air to left field. David DeJesus moves over and in. Puts it away, and this becomes a one-run game still as we head to the bottom of the ninth inning. And the Red Sox scoring a run on this takeout at second base by Mookie Betts of Brian Brett. And this errant throw allows the run to score, and it is the only run of this contest at the moment as we head to the bottom of the ninth inning back at the Trop. The game summary is brought to you by Xfinity. Wade Miley, pitcher of record right now for the Red Sox. 5 2/3, 3 hits, 4 walks, 3 Ks. And again, 2 for 4. Ramirez, 2 for 4. And Chris Archer on the losing side right now. 9 strikeouts and 5 2/3. The running allowed is unearned because of the throwing error. It is Koji time here in the ninth inning. Third appearance, 1-0. He's not giving up a run in 2 innings. 1 for 1 in save opportunities. And now line drive to left and a base hit for Logan Forsythe. Tying run at first with nobody out in the ninth. That run last inning, the top half of this inning, looms very large now.
It sure does. And for the most part, Uehara's been throwing split-fingered fastballs. That time he comes in with a fastball, and it's cleaned out for a base hit.
So Forsythe at first. Now you got to deal with Evan Longoria. Slide to right, struck out, and walked tonight. And Longoria takes strike 1.
And Uehara goes right back to the splitter.
2 for 19 against Uehara. 11 strikeouts for Longoria. Trying to pick up that outside corner, cannot. In there for strike 2.
Every pitch so far to Longoria has been the split-fingered fastball.
Uehara getting his first win of the year in the Sox walk-off victory on Friday. A perfect ninth inning. Low, Hannigan able to block it. No advance at first for Forsythe.
Very fortunate that ball bounced out toward the pitcher's mound. That's what held Forsythe at first base. He had a very good secondary lead, but when he saw where the ball was, he had nowhere to go.
Two pitch to Longoria. And it's grounded foul over by the Red Sox dugout. Logan Forsythe leading off this bottom of the ninth inning with a base hit to left field. Now a battle here between Uehara and Longoria. Throw to first, and back diving was Forsythe.
1 steal on the season so far for Forsythe. Has not been caught.
Longoria on the ground to third base. Sandoval go to second for 1. On to first for 2. Double play. Huge double play. Turned 5 to 4 to 3. 2 down in the ninth.
And very quick release by Sandoval down at third base to get that ball to Pedroia to do the rest. Split-fingered fastball. Sandoval, no extra time. Just gets rid of it. Gives Pedroia a chance, and they complete the double play. Very quick hands on both parts, third base and second base.
Second double play turned to this game by the Red Sox. 2 down in the ninth inning. And now Desmond Jennings, the batter. And Jennings will take ball 1. A little bit low, 2-0.
So the struggles for Longoria against Uehara continue. It's been a slow beginning to the year for Longoria. Started the night hitting at just 200, and after the leadoff man gets on in the ninth, he bounces into a double play. Now Jennings grounds one foul. 2-1.
No giving in with the fastball there by Uehara. Stays with the splitter on the 2-0 count.
Uehara, the fifth Red Sox pitcher of the night. Bullpen has been terrific to this point. There's a ground ball towards third base. Sandoval's got it. The throw across the diamond is low. The dugout by Nava. That's the ball game. Koji Uehara able to get the save, and the Red Sox able to get the win. Nice play as Sandoval made the play at third base and threw it into the dirt at first, but Nava able to dig it out.
Yeah, notice he's playing close to the line at third base, trying to prevent the double, and so he only had to move a couple of feet to be able to make that play. What a nice game for the Red Sox. Nice win.
A good start to this 19-game season series for the Red Sox here against the Tampa Bay Rays. They take game one of the series 1-0 as we send it to Tom Caron.